everybody. So as you can kind of imagine earlier, the game crapped out for some reason. I was in the middle of doing the stream. Once again, this is on Dolphin emulator, so there are bound to be some troubles. For some reason, in the middle of a conversation with these guys over here, it instantly dropped down to like 1 frame per second. I don't know why. I had to restart the computer, and I took a couple of hours for a break, and now we're back. So they basically just told us that we need to find a sword, and we know we can get one from the sparring hall, so this is where we're going. Bruce is such a dumb addition to Zelda, whoever... Someone's leaving negative comments. And I know that it's like 5, almost 6 a.m., so I don't expect anyone to be in the comments. But if you are, feel free to chat about whatever you would like. Alright, so gear. I'm not really sure what I have the buttons mapped to. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, so... Alright, so this is going to be very difficult. Misty Moment, what's up? The Monkey Gamer, yeah, I haven't been to sleep yet. I woke up last night around 8 p.m. So, yeah. So just for the people watching, in case I mess up, I do want to say I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller. So, if you see me, let's try here. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Let's see, what are we supposed to do to this thing? Hey! That log, there's a defense. You don't have a shield just yet, so don't mess with it. Alright, so this is the last one. That's right, Link. Yeah, my schedule is messed up. You really are a strong swordsman, easy to teach too. You make this instructor proud. Spin attack, yes. So I'll have, I'm planning on staying up until tomorrow night, so hopefully my schedule will be fixed. But I've been really wanting to play through Skyward Sword lately. It's, alright, let's see here. Hey! Alright. Why don't I see half the screen? Seriously? Alright, sorry about that. Should I just start this over so people can see all of it? Yeah, I guess I will. Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and end this and then restart another with it fixed. Sorry guys. I apologize for those that were watching earlier. Was having some issues and just fixed it. Gonna type in the comments now. Fixed. Restarted. Stream. So for you guys that are watching, thank you. Let me know if there's any problems with the green screen or audio issues or anything like that. Okay. guess we can begin. We have to go save the loft wing, but in order to do that, we need to save, well, we need to get the sword. Oh well, I just happened to check your channel just in time. Glad to see it back up. Hey, Brendan. Yes, you were here earlier whenever it dropped to like 1 frame per second. Somebody earlier asked how I think this game compares to the other. I think if you compare this game to most other Zelda games, it kind of craps on it. I mean, Skyward Sword is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. A lot of people can't get the hang of the motion controls, so they try to fault it for that, but I mean, there's like, I don't even know, like say 20 Zelda games. Yeah, there's like, say there's 20 different Zelda games. They've been making them for 30 years now. And they make one with motion controls, and everyone has a problem with it. It's like, yeah, I agree, if they made every single Zelda game with motion controls, you'd be tired of it. But this is one game. One Zelda game that just happens to have motion controls. Alright, so for those wondering, I am playing with the 360 controller, so I apologize if certain things take me a while. I don't even remember if this part's optional. Like, I know you can do it, but I don't think I've ever just skipped it. Are you serious? Is it?
Hey!
Alright, hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta figure out if it should be set to where I can just do the spin attack by pressing a certain button. See, it looks correct. It looks like everything's still set up correctly, so I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, this... Alright. I don't get it. I don't know why it's not. See, I had it to where I could just press R3 or press down on the right thumbstick, and it would do an instant spin attack, but apparently it's messed up. Alright, so I guess we gotta do this again. Alright, what are they saying in the comments? Why you play without motion controls? Because my computer does not have Bluetooth, so I can't play with my Wiimote. Plus, it's just more comfortable to use the controller. Like, you can set it to where all the motion control stuff is done with the right stick. So instead of using it for like a camera, what was I supposed to do here? So, okay, I figured it out. For a second, I didn't think I'd be able to do that with the normal controller. I think that's it. I know there's a heart piece we can get in here, but I think that's for later. Can't take swords outside the sparring hole. What do you think you're doing sneaking out of here with that? Can't stay long, but love from Canada. Hey, I love Canada. It's like America, but cooler. Why you play without motion? You probably have to set 2 keys for it, since you need to have both remote and uncheck to do it. Yeah, Brendan, you can do something like that, or you can set it to where, like, if you can set one button to multiple controls, and you can set the controls for multiple buttons. So you need 3 different buttons in the configuration in order to actually be able to use the spin attack. And then you have to set it to if it's going to be like a horizontal spin attack or one where he does like the backflip and does the spin attack. So I have it set up to where if you just press R3 and whatever direction you press R3 in is the direction he'll do the spin attack. But apparently it messed up, so now you have to press L3 and R3 for some reason. Link's Awakening is a great game. I love it. There was rumors of a Link's Awakening remake around the time where we're getting the Link's Awakening DLC for Hyrule Warriors. So if that ever happens, I'm really looking forward to it. If it's something like A Link Between Worlds, where it's like a reimagined A Link to the Past, if they have that reimagined Link's Awakening, that would be really great. Funny story, they started working on Link's Awakening, if you didn't know, without actually having permission to work on a game. It was people working at Nintendo, not necessarily on Zelda, but they were just experimenting with their own game. And that's why there's a bunch of characters from the Mario series in there. They were just kind of messing around with the engine to see what they could come up with. And then there were some that, like one of the developers really liked fishing, so that's where the ideal of fishing came from in Link's Awakening. And then they, I think, after Link's Awakening, they liked it so much that they put it in like Ocarina of Time, and then obviously Twilight Princess and several other Zelda games have their own fishing mechanic. I'm going the wrong way. I gotta go behind the waterfall. I don't know that. Oh god. I forgot you gotta run and jump. See, on other... I've been playing, I guess Twilight Princess the most lately. And it's odd getting used to the whole press A to run mechanic again. Which, when you get used to it, going back to a normal Zelda game, it kind of sucks. So I'm glad that they kept that from Skyward Sword in Breath of the Wild. Interesting. Nintendo still needs to bring Wart back again. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of characters that Nintendo should bring back from Zelda games, or past Zelda games. Like, they hinted they were going to be bringing the Happy Mask Salesman back. So, hopefully we'll see that soon. No! Get away. How do you guys think this game looks in HD, by the way? No. Oh, it sucks running out of health or stamina. You got a heart. This item's life-giving energy. Like, a lot of people think this game looks better in 480p or standard definition than it does in HD. Because of the way, like, the painting style is made, it's made to complement how it's not an HD game. But I think it looks phenomenal with HD. It looks the same. You're not seeing like a side-by-side comparison. Like, if you look at how crappy it looks on like a normal Wii, and then compare it to this side by side, you would see the difference. Like, all the horrible jagged edges, it just makes it so much worse. And you guys probably can't see it to its full potential, because I'm not sure what the quality of this stream is. Okay. There we go. See, I wish they would have remade this game for the Wii U and like in HD, because they completely remade Wind Waker HD. They had like new lighting and everything. And then with Twilight Princess, they just up-resed it to 1080p. They didn't really, like, they added new textures or updated textures and everything, but it wasn't as big of an overhaul as they did with Wind Waker. And then when they brought Skyward Sword to the Wii U, it was just a port. So it's like with each one, it got, like, the quality was poorer and poorer. Whereas they should have done what they did to Wind Waker to Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Like, if you went in the actual system of the game, into the engine, and messed with the controls to where you can map it out to be on like a normal traditional controller, and just have the motion controls mapped to the thumbstick, like how people do in Dolphin, you could make it to where you could play it easily on the Wii U without having to have motion controls, which was everybody's major problem with it. You can have it to where it acts like a camera if you're just moving it by itself, and then if you move the sticks while you're holding down the R button, then you swing the sword. I think that would be the best way to do it. And then if you just press like B or something, then you can do like a normal swing instead of having to do motion control. So when you're fighting an enemy or cutting down a sign, if you just tap B instead of using the analog stick, he'll just do a normal swing. Now this is going to be very hard, because if you guys haven't played Dolphin Emulator, you know that Motion Plus controls on something like this is incredibly difficult. So while riding your left wing, press 2. Well, that's a huge relief. I don't know about you, Link. That was easier than I thought it would be. I'm rendering 2 new videos and your stream is solid, man. I've got it in HD. What do you use to stream? I'm using OBS. It's free. It's simple to use once you figure out how. It took me 2 seconds to figure out this green screen effect to make it backwards, which is why I'm rendering the game in 4K. It's streaming in 1080p to YouTube while it's processing the webcam and the green screen behind me. So doing all of that is putting a damper on my PC, which is why you see it drop from 30 frames, which is what the game normally plays to like 25 or so. So like you'll see the slowdowns in the game, like right now it's at 23, 24, back to 25. You'll see those because it's doing all of this at once. And it can't really handle it, even though I have an R9 280X, an AMD 8370, 8-core CPU, and what is it? I guess that's it. Because the hard drives are normal. The CPU is water cooled, but it doesn't, like, it's using 50% of the CPU right now. Most of it's just from the GPU. So this is just Groose, pretty much bragging about being another Biff Tannen stereotype. If you guys have any questions, tomorrow something really special is going to happen. My little brother and I are going to be streaming Lego Harry Potter, years 1 through 4, possibly all of it. So it could be like a good 4, 5, 6 hour stream. I don't know how long the game is, so yeah. But I'm excited because it'll be the first game aside from Mario that we play together, because it's a 2-player game. I know you've got these guys beat, and deep down I think you do too. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say I don't know. Aw, don't be nervous. You can't do this. Because one makes you seem cocky, and then the other makes you seem like you're nervous about being alone with her. So, looks like it's race time. Okay, this is gonna be hard. Like, this actually might take me several different tries. So just stay with me. Because for those that just tuned in, I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller, and it's very difficult. I've never played the Lego games either. Like, whenever I first bought my PlayStation 4, I downloaded the Hobbit Lego game demo that they had, and I didn't even really play through it. But my little brother and we recently watched through all of the Harry Potter movies. It took us like 2 weeks, maybe 3, to watch through all of them, because he can only come over on the weekends. So Like where it took so long, it's finally over, and I went and downloaded some of the actual games that he can play. Because the actual Harry Potter games look really outdated, but the Lego Harry Potter games, like, it just looks like Lego. So, nope. To celebrate the occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift high atop the goddess statue. What is it, 6:12? I think I may play until 7 o'clock. Which it's 6:12 right now. So.
Hey!
White-haired Ronaldo looking dude.
Hey! Yeah.
Alright, wish me luck, guys. Okay, this is good. Speaking of Harry Potter, this is like catching the golden snitch. Don't you know this is my day to get all the gold? Typical 5'10" fashion. They tried knocking me out. So I went through all that hard work for nothing. See, the secret is to try and get him whenever he's turning. That way you don't necessarily have to catch up, you can just like cut him off in the corner. Oh, that was close. Did we get it this time? Yep. So I get to see almost the whole stream. Yeah, I mean, the plan was to go to the store at 6 because that's when it opens, but since I'm streaming, I can leave at 7. And then I won't get there as soon as it opens. It'll be an hour after. I love the music in this game. It's Kiji Kondo's best, I think. Because after like Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, like after the soundtrack from those albums, like how are you supposed to improve? And he did phenomenal in this game. Breath of the Wild, it's clever what they're doing with it, but I would have liked the traditional Zelda style songs that they have. Yeah, the Ballad of the Goddess, the Skyloft song, or the Skyloft theme, and the one, like the romantic theme like you're talking about, Matthias, sorry if I'm pronounced your username wrong, but the romantic theme is amazing. My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy X. I like 10, 2, 7, 12, and then 13 are all my favorites. Absolutely loved 10. My cousin played it and it blew me away because I was just playing like Nintendo games on the GameCube, like Luigi's Mansion and stuff. And then I went over to my cousin's and he showed me Final Fantasy X, and at the time I was blown away by, again at the time, how realistic it looked. Like that opening cutscene in Final Fantasy X is amazing. And then I played Final Fantasy II on the Game Boy and absolutely loved it. And then I played 10-2, 13, 13-2, didn't play 13-3, and I watched a friend play through 12, and it was really the first time that the monsters were out in the overworld. Like it wasn't random battles. 8, 10, 9, 6, 7, that's pretty good. Like I have a friend who's a lot more into Final Fantasy than I am. I might have him on sometime. Because I've never had a guest like here with me, but well, Simon, I guess he used to be the old podcast host. Do what happens at the end, right? Sort of. Yeah, you're supposed to kiss. Hehe. I'm glad you're so well informed on the subject. 15 has been great so far. Yeah, I've been interested in 15 since I first seen it as Versus 13. Jump off the statue. Look down, see that big round design in the courtyard below. To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right into the center of it. Leap off the edge here right before you hit the ground. Set B to open your sackcloth. See, I was sad they replaced the sailcloth in Breath of the Wild with the whatever it's called. I can't think of it right now. Paraglider. But maybe you can upgrade to the sailcloth later on. Okay. So apparently you can't just jump straight off. Zelda has a creepy obsession with pushing Link off. That's true, Brendan. That's very true. Dash off the edge, jump into the dive, press B. Don't forget that you've got to land in the middle of that round design. Alright. Can we do it this time? Yeah. Nope. See, I keep having trouble with it. It's hard to do on a 360 controller, I promise. I'm not doing this to be funny. Alright, how do I... Does that count? Yeah, I can't tilt the Wiimote, Zelda. You should just let me... I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. Yeah. Damn it, that was so close. I figured out how to aim, so this next time should be good. Oh. There you go. Yes, it doesn't count. You have to get perfectly in the middle. It sucks. I get that it's supposed to train you for like late. That wouldn't have worked. I get that it's supposed to test you or train you for later in the game, but okay, that was the center. That was the center. Okay, it worked. It worked. Link must be bruised as shit by this point. Yeah. Yeah, we finally got it. I finally don't suck. Alright, you know, Link is saying Hell 1 today. Alright, so we're moving on. I think this is where Zelda's storyline starts. If you guys have any questions in the comments, go ahead and leave them. Ooh, love is in the air, yeah. No, Link. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. And there it goes. She might as well just said, what's the worst that could happen? What's going on? See, I think this is when we go back to Skyloft, and that's horrifying scream. I hope Zelda's alright. Yeah! They're voice acting in a Zelda game. You guys heard the scream. And don't forget, Navi said, hey, listen, and watch out. For Nintendo 64, that's more voice acting than most games. I never watched Naruto. Mathias? Recently I've been watching the subbed versions of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh.
But usually, like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, and a few others, 3x3 Eyes, those are my favorite anime. And I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! So the other day, or last night actually, I looked up like a bunch of trivial facts, like what the strongest cards are and stuff. Like I had no idea the 3 god cards, you could combine them to get the one card that like instantly wins the game. And then there was the Great Leviathan card. But it's like once you do that, like if you have all 3 of the god cards out on the field already, pretty sure like you're not gonna get defeated anyway. Fi needs more love. Yes, I absolutely love Fi. I think it's like I've heard it Fee, but I've heard it as Fi, like the note, the musical note. So, her design's so cool along with her skin. Yeah, I remember whenever they were like the very first thing they released for Skyward Sword was the artwork of like, I think it's Fi standing there, and behind her is Link with his back turned and his sword's missing. And what was it? It was in the art style of Twilight Princess. This was before they they started anything on Skyward Sword. Like they had the idea, they had I guess some dungeon designs and stuff like that, but they didn't have the artwork or the art style crafted just yet. And then they changed it from the realistic style to this more toon style because they were working really hard on getting the motion controls to not just look right or be correct, but they wanted it to look realistic too. And the way that Link moves in the game, to make it look better, they had to make it this toon style, because otherwise he would be bending and swinging the sword in a way that wasn't realistic. So they put it in the toon style to make it look or seem more real, even though it wasn't, if that makes sense. And then the painted style was a way for them, because the Wii has very limited RAM, they couldn't keep the draw distance for that long. So the further you get away from something, instead of it just disappearing or going invisible like a normal game, this game makes everything kind of blend into the background to make it look like a painting, which I thought was a great way to have it. Yeah, Skyward Sword was originally going to be in the Twilight Princess art style. You can still find the artwork. Like it's just like a poster of... Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh, barely. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Do you guys see that? Sword's invisible. We're about to get the Master Sword though, so maybe it'll fix. Yeah, I'm about to get the Goddess Sword, which is the first version of the Master Sword. So hopefully when I get it, it'll reload the proper textures for it. But right now it's just the wooden sword, so. Whoa, that's almost a sword. Like in Breath of the Wild. Do you guys have any questions about my YouTube channel or Breath of the Wild? Any Zelda stuff? You can talk about anime? Whatever. Something. Just keep the chat going. So this is supposed to be difficult. If you don't have motion controls, like turning the sword sideways and then pointing up. Or pulling it up. And what the hell is that? You guys will see it in a second. I don't know what happened, but maybe it'll go away after she stops talking. I had a mess up like this earlier. There was like a box where everything was like 2 shades of a lighter color than it was previously. Yeah, Brandon, I think hopefully it'll disappear when she stops talking. If not, I'll have to mess with the settings a bit. Jesse, what's your favorite Zelda game? Right now, I would say this, since this is the one that I'm streaming at the moment. My typical answer used to be Majora's Mask, but then I played through Majora's Mask on the 3DS, and replaying it through on the 3DS and replaying Ocarina of Time, I can no longer pick between the two. And then Twilight Princess used to be one of my favorites, so every time I would go to try to play a game on the Dolphin emulator, I would try... Okay, see, it's still there. So, let me see if I can try to fix this really quick. See if we can... Alright, now it's all black. Huh. Okay, let me try this. If I can save it and then come back. Alright. Okay, so if we stop and then start it again, go full screen and then F1. Okay. See, guys? That was simple, right? I feel like I should get like a cookie or something for doing it. Alright, not bad. There we go. I think my favorite is Ocarina of Time. Jesse, what's your favorite Zelda track? I really like Gabor's theme. I like the Stone Tower Temple theme. Song of Storms is always a favorite. Song of Time's really good. I absolutely love the Wind Waker credits theme. Here in Skyward Sword, I really like the Ballad of the Goddess, the love theme whenever Link and Zelda's sharing a significant moment that plays. And what is it? The Ordon Village song from Twilight Princess and the Skyloft song from Skyward Sword. I really like all of those. My friend CS Guitar 89 makes video game music covers. It's like some are acoustic, some are metal, and then some keep with how the song was originally written. You can check that out. It's CS Guitar 89. His name's Casper. He records like guitar, acoustic and electric, bass, violin, cellos, drums, real ocarina. He records everything himself, and the videos are just him playing the songs on all of the different instruments. But he does like Mario, Metroid, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon, even the He's a Pirate theme from Pirates of the Caribbean. He does a lot of cool stuff. Boss battle with Collectus, Five's theme, Skyloft are my 3 favorite tracks. That's cool. It's getting close to 7 o'clock, so about 20 more minutes. That's cool you're subbed to him there. I have an interview that I had with him like 2 years ago. I've known him for about 5 or 6 years, but it was just a couple years ago that I had the interview with him. We talk a lot about his music and stuff. Alright, let's see if I can do a Skyward Strike with the controller. This is hilarious. There we go. I never thought this would be so hard. Alright. Favorite Zelda art styles? Simple, cel-shaded. I like them all for the different reasons. I mean, Ocarina of Time, when it was made to look as realistic as the Nintendo 64 would let it. Like, it wasn't, like how Wind Waker has cel-shaded art style, Twilight Princess has the realistic. They didn't make Ocarina of Time with the specific art style. They just made it to look as realistic as the Nintendo 64 would let it. And then when they remade it on the 3DS, they had the chance to do that again, but instead of making it look as good as the 3DS would allow it, they ended up making it look as close to the original artwork as they could. So it ended up looking kind of like a anime or a manga style artwork. And then Wind Waker has the cel-shaded style, Twilight Princess has the realistic. I like both of those for what they do. Breath of the Wild art style looks really, really great. I'm really liking how Skyward Sword looks in HD. I would like to see it actually fleshed out in HD, but honestly, like, Skyward Sword in HD is what Breath of the Wild is. Like, there's not much difference between the two art styles. It just doesn't blend everything to that painting style. It just, like, the character models look the same. So I'll probably end this whenever I first get to the world below. But yeah, like, that's why I like, one of the reasons why I like the Zelda series so much is because you have all of these different ways of experiencing the series. Like, it doesn't look the same every time you play it. It looks different. Like, Ocarina and Majora's Mask look the same, but that's for obvious reasons. Like, you go to Wind Waker, it's a completely different style. Then you go to Twilight Princess from Wind Waker, it's the exact opposite. Then you go to Skyward Sword, and it's a mix of the two. And then you get Breath of the Wild, which is like Skyward Sword, but taken to the next level. So when you play each different Zelda game, it looks different, it feels different, and it plays different. Like, one, you're on the ocean, it looks like a cartoon. The other, you're riding through a huge open field on Epona, it looks realistic. And then Skyward Sword, you're riding on a bird through the air, it looks like a painting. And then Breath of the Wild comes and it looks almost like an anime. It's crazy. Whereas, like, if you play Call of Duty every year, it looks the same. If you play Assassin's Creed, which I love Assassin's Creed, but every game, it just looks the same. Just each game looks a little bit more realistic than the last. It's the same with Battlefield, Elder Scrolls, like Oblivion, Skyrim, whatever the next one's going to be. Final Fantasy does the same thing, but they go into like a mix between a realistic art style and an anime. So it looks like the realistic anime, if it's probably a bad way to describe it, but that's how I feel. Like, it looks like a breathing anime with the newer Final Fantasy games. But with Zelda, each one looks different. Even Mario, like, all the Mario games looks the same. You're never going to see like a super hyper photorealistic Mario. You're just going to see like the cartoon looking Mario, which is good because Mario doesn't, like, you don't need to see every single layer of stitching in Mario's shirt.
Whoa.
I heard the news, Link, Zelda's fallen down through the clouds and you're going to look for her, is that right? The headmaster told me there's land beneath the clouds. Do you know anything about it? So that's the famous sword, but it won't do much good if you don't have a shield. Here, take this with you. Wooden shield is light, maneuverable, but it's weakest of all shields. So why did he give me a weak shield? It's like, here, take this shield. It's the weakest that you can take with you, and, you know, it's dangerous down below, but you can have this shield. Even though we have stronger shields for sale, you don't need them. We do. Oblivion is more cartoony than Skyrim, which was... Oblivion was more cartoony because it came out right between that generation gap between the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. They tried making it look as realistic as they could at the time that it was made. And then again with Skyrim, it was the same. They tried making it as realistic as they could at the time of making it. just like the next. Let's see here. Zoom in. Zoom out. Alright. So yeah, like Oblivion was made to look as realistic as they could make it look. Skyrim, again, was made to look as realistic as they could make it look, but that just happened to be a lot more realistic than Oblivion was. And the next game, like if you look at The Witcher, it makes Skyrim look like crap. Like Skyrim looks like a great game, but compared to The Witcher, it doesn't look as great. Master Link, observe the green pillar before you can confirm your current location on the map. Please see where you are in relation to Skyloft. Yeah, this is hard. It appears that you'll be able to reach the surface while passing through the portal in this cloud space. So, I'll be ending the stream whenever I land and am able to save the game. So, thank you all for watching at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, like I said, I may stream more Skyward Sword, but I'll be starting out streaming Lego Harry Potter with my little brother. We'll be playing 2-player, so. And then the video that goes up tomorrow is Rick, who is ArmFH Gaming, and Dolphin stopped working. Well, what do you know? I didn't even have to quit. Dolphin chose to quit for me. So thank you guys once again for staying in with me. Sorry it crashed again, but this time it did at the perfect time. So yeah, tomorrow's video goes up 12 p.m. Eastern. It's me, RMFH Gaming, and Champion Ashley, who's real Icona Ashley on Twitter. And we talk about what we want from the new Super Mario game coming on the Nintendo Switch. I have to stop myself from saying NX. And that video goes up at 12. It's about 30-40 minutes long, I guess. And then sometime tomorrow evening around 5-6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming with my little brother Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4. I don't know if we'll play through all of it, but we will play it for a few hours. And then maybe some Mortal Kombat and stuff like that whenever it starts getting later. And then around 12 a.m. or so, I'll probably do more Skyward Sword or another Zelda game that you guys can buy. Or not buy, but watch me play. But once again, thank you all, and sorry for the crappiness of Dolphin.